What's going on, guys? I want to talk to you about the magic number that is going to guarantee your success in life. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter, what career you're in. If you're in business, if you have a job, if you're trying to get in shape, if you're trying to be, an athlete, if you're trying to get a black belt in jiu-jitsu, it literally does not matter. This number is going to guarantee your success, and it's going to help you guys get where you want to go. When you think about the goals that you guys have, the things that you want to do, the places you want to be, this number is going to help you guys get there, okay? I'm going to have you go ahead and take out a pen and paper, okay? Or if you don't have one, just make a mental note of this, right? And the number is 10,000, 10,000, right? That's how many hours you have to spend on something in order to become a master of it, right? And this comes from a really popular book that I read a couple years ago, which is an excellent book. I highly recommend everybody read it. It's called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And basically, what the entire premise of the book is, Malcolm Gladwell, this super smart dude, he goes around and has interviewed and found all these different people that were very, very successful at whatever it is they did. Like, he used the Beatles in one example. He used all kinds of other people, but basically, to summarize the book, and this is kind of like, I guess, spoiler alert, but one of the main things in that book is that he talks about, in order to truly become a master at something, and by the way, masters at anything, those people get paid. Those are the people that make a lot of money. Those are the people that are super successful, right? In order to become truly an expert in any kind of field, you have to spend at least 10,000 hours in that field, right? And or about 10 years, right? Because 10 years is, I think that's like 20 hours a week. That's about the average time that it's going to take you to hit that 10,000 hour threshold, right? But the point stands, guys. You have to spend a lot more time doing what it is that you want to do in order to see that through and be successful, right? I guarantee you, if you were to go to ask anybody on the street, hey, how much time do you have to spend on your business in order to be successful? How much time do I have to spend in the gym in order to get in shape? How much time do I have to spend, singing in order to be a world famous singer and, performing on stage in Broadway and all this different kind of stuff? Man, you have to do this so much longer than most people think, right? Most people are going to give you an answer of, oh, if I do this for, 100 hours, it's going to be, I'm going to be an expert, right? Or if I do this for 250 hours, this business, then I'm going to be successful, right? We just have a common misconception in our culture today that it's a lot easier to do what it is you want to do than people think, right? It's easy to build a business, right? Because you look on Instagram and everybody's got this super successful business, right? And they're all selling you a course on how to do it. Right? That's everybody that I see on Instagram. It's a clown show, right? People who are successful are not going to be selling you courses on how to be successful, by the way. So I'm not here to make this video about that, but that's just something that drives me crazy, is seeing this kind of stuff online. But my point is, guys, you have to spend a lot more time doing whatever it is that you want to do in order to truly become an expert at it. And again, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but in order to make big money, in order to be super successful, which I imagine is what most people who are watching this video want out of their lives, right? And again, that can be super successful, can be anything. Super successful could be making $100,000 a year or $60,000 a year. It's relative, right? If you want to be successful in anything, you have to commit a tremendous amount of time to that thing. I don't care what it is, right? I talk about this all the time on the channel. I'm in marketing. I'm in advertising. That's the business that I am in. And I've spent years and years and years working on this. And the first easily 3 or 4 years, I didn't make any money. Like, I made probably like $10,000 like total over those first like 3 or 4 years. And I'm not even joking. I had to work other jobs. I had to do all kinds of other stuff that I hated and that I did not want to do in order to stay alive long enough to where I could finally start to see some success, right? And now I'm starting to kind of, I'm starting to make some real money and starting to do pretty well. But it takes a long time. And by the way, I haven't hit the 10,000 hour rule yet, by the way. I'm probably like maybe halfway. I mean, maybe a little bit more than halfway, because I've been doing this for about 7.5 years, maybe 8. But my point is, guys, we have to adjust our expectations to, hey, I'm going to commit to this project for the next 10 years, or I'm going to commit to logging 10,000 hours doing whatever it is that I want to do. If I want to be a world famous guitar player, dude, you have to be doing this a lot and for a long time, decades, not just one 10-year stint. You have to be willing to do this for 20, 30, maybe even 40 years, right? And you see this all over the place. Like, you see some of these people that, start to, at least in music, you see some of these people that start to see some success later in their career. Like, I think like Jelly Roll, I think he's like 40-something years old. I could be wrong. Maybe he's a little bit older than that or younger. I have no idea. He looks like he's about 40-something or like mid-40s. But he wasn't like a big name until fairly recently, like maybe like 5 years ago. But my point is, man, do you guys think that he's been doing that for only 5 years? Or do you think he's been doing this like since he was a kid, singing and playing music? I guarantee you he's been doing this, performing and music, for decades, multiple decades. He's been doing this for a long time. And I guarantee you he probably hasn't really made much money at all for like the first 10 years at least. I guarantee you. I don't know much about Jelly Roll. I love his music, but I mean, I don't know much about like his personal story, but I'm going to have to look that up after this. But I guarantee you that's the case with most people, man. Unless you're like Justin Bieber, to where you just blow up when you're super young. And again, Justin Bieber's incredibly talented. I'm not like saying that he didn't earn that or anything, but he's definitely an anomaly. He blew up when he was a kid, super successful. Nobody could take that away from him. But for us regular people like you and me, dude, we've got to put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it has to be focused, right? There's a saying that goes, if you want to cut down a tree, you have to do 3 things, right? Number 1, you have to have a sharp axe. And what that means is you have to have good skills. You have to be, finely tuned in terms of your skill set, right? You have to know what you're doing, right? Number 2, you have to hit the tree at the exact same spot every single time. That's your focus. You have to show up every single day and do the boring work that's going to move you forward. Showing up every single day and working on, if you're in the marketing business, you're working on marketing. You're not doing all this other stuff. You're not singing. You're not doing guitar. You're not doing this other kind of crap, right? You have to hit the tree at the exact same spot every single time. That's number 2. And number 3, you know what it is? You have to stick with it, and you have to continue to hit the tree. Have a sharp axe, hit the tree hard at the exact same spot, and stick with it for long enough period of time. And if you think about it that way, man, it's impossible not to cut down a tree. It doesn't matter how big it is. Your goals in life, it's the exact same way. If you just keep swinging the axe, and the axe is sharp, and you're hitting the tree hard in the exact same spot, eventually the tree is going to chip away, and it's eventually going to break and fall down. That's just how it works. And I mean, that's just all it is. It's the exact same thing with your goals. It's the same thing about going to the gym. Like, the work works. So have some trust in the process and show up every single day and do what you need to do in order to move forward, because that's all it comes down to. It just comes down to the daily progress, the daily steps that we need to take every single day in order to move forward. And if you can do that, then man, you're going to be unstoppable. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments if it does. I greatly appreciate your feedback. We've been getting a lot of love on some of the videos on this channel. And again, I really appreciate that, because, as of right now, this is just kind of a passion project. I really get a lot of fulfillment from making these videos and sharing some of the stuff that I've learned with you guys. So I hope it's valuable, because this is, these are lessons that I've learned, the hard way throughout my life. Not all of them the hard way, but these are definitely valuable lessons that I've learned that, I hope have some kind of impact in your life and can help you guys out. Just help it, help you navigate life just, 1% easier. That would be mission accomplished for this entire channel if that helps you guys out. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Support the channel, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.